proceedings in the civil lawsuit against Gawker Media that has been filed by Hulk Hogan have begun. And some of the testimony in the depositions are telling. And one of the depositions that was pre-recorded and played during the court proceedings included the former editor-in-chief of Gawker Media. Now, before I get to the details of what he said and why it's so controversial, I should note that Gawker Media is being sued because of the fact that they leaked, well, they didn't leak, but they published Hulk Hogan's sex tape with his estranged friend's wife. Before we get into the nitty-gritty on that, just want to make sure I mention that he got the blessing of his estranged friend, okay? And his estranged friend filmed the whole situation without him knowing about it, and then it somehow got leaked to the press.
So, look, everybody in this story is a scumbag,
Yes.
pretty much. And Hulk Hogan, who in the past has used the N-word in atrocious ways, is the least bad guy in this story,
Yep.
right? In this particular case, he's the victim. He really is, right? His dirtbag friend, Bubba the Love Sponge, this jockey, right, says, hey, come fuck my wife, okay? Please fuck my wife. He said it,
Yes.
okay? And then he tapes him secretly while doing it. And then what did he say afterwards to his wife?
All right, so you can hear him in the beginning of the tape allegedly saying, do your thing. And then at the very end, he tells his now estranged wife, if we ever need to retire, here's our ticket.
Oh, what a dirtbag.
Now, back in 2012, when this tape was originally leaked to the press, Hulk Hogan did sue his friend, Bubba the Love Sponge Clem, who's a radio personality. And apparently he lost because he sued based on copyright laws. And apparently the judges decided no, you're not protected under copyright laws. Now he's suing Gawker because he feels that they have invaded his privacy, and I think he actually has a very strong case, and Gawker's defense seems a little shaky. Now let's get to the former editor-in-chief, AJ Delario, okay? In a pre-recorded deposition, he basically talked about what his boundaries are in terms of publishing sex tapes involving celebrities. And so the lawyer asks him, okay, well, how young do they have to be? Because he says, if there's kids involved, then I won't publish it. And he's like, how young do they have to be? And he's like, 4. I mean, he said it sarcastically, right?
Yeah, but that's not, a deposition when you're being sued for $100 million is not the time to be sarcastic.
Yeah.
So, and it's not a funny joke when you've released someone's most private moments for the whole world. And then you joke around about like, you know, I guess I wouldn't release a 4-year-old sex tape. That doesn't play well. That doesn't play well. And for those of you guys out there who think like, oh, what's the big deal? He's a celebrity. Okay, imagine if it was a female celebrity and somebody, taped her having sex. Well, we know what happened when somebody taped Erin Andrews just being naked. Yeah. She won $55 million because that's a gross invasion of privacy. Yep. It's no less an invasion of privacy in this case.
No, we've opened the floodgates. I mean, I'm very curious to see how this case turns out, but think about how no one respects anyone's privacy in this country anymore. You have the NSA, leadership basically spying on us indiscriminately in the name of national security, and we just kind of sat back and took it, okay? And now you have celebrities' privacies being violated like this, and people make excuses for it. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. If someone is filmed without their knowledge, it shouldn't be leaked to the media like this, okay? I don't care if you're a public figure. I don't care if you're a private citizen. Let me give you more details on this. In one deposition from 2013, he was asked, this is the editor-in-chief, why he published the X-rated video. And here's his answer: because I found it very amusing.
Okay, well, I don't know if you'll find it amusing when you're out $100 million. But of course, it's not going to be his money. It's going to be the investors' money, the people who own shares in that company. So he's like, so what? Yeah, I'm an executive. What do I care?
So let me tell you what their defense is. They're arguing that since Hulk Hogan is a public figure that has shared intimate details about his personal life in a public forum, then he doesn't have the same expectations of privacy as a regular person would, right? Now, Hulk Hogan's response to that is, when I'm out in public, I play a character, right? That's not me. And when I'm in private, I'm in private. That's my life. I don't want that out in the open for everyone to know about. By the way, he was at a low point in his life. His marriage was falling apart. He was feeling terrible. And so his friend took advantage of him. This got leaked to the press. Gawker took advantage of the situation. It's just scummy in so many different ways. Here's what Hulk Hogan said during the court proceedings. I was in character. I embellished a little bit about the number of women that he slept with. I was totally Hulk Hogan. I wasn't at home in my private house.
So he says he exaggerated about the size of his penis. No, not Donald Trump, Hulk Hogan. And and the number of women he slept with, etc. Gawker says, look, man, on your reality show, you're sitting in a toilet in your house. So we've seen every part of your life. There's nothing private for you anymore. His argument is, no, that's a character I'm playing, right? Mm-hmm. That's not the real me. And if you think like, oh, well, that's kind of skeevy, like we got a sense that if I watched the show, like that was the real you. Wakey, wakey. It's reality television. It ain't real.
Right.
Okay. Second of all, it's Hulk Hogan. All he did was fake wrestling his entire career. It's not like, wow, it's shocking that hey, he wasn't really getting beat up. He didn't really drop the leg on all those guys.
He wasn't being honest with us. Come on. Look, I value people's privacy, okay? And you have to stay consistent. So if you're outraged about, let's say the celebrity nude leak, nude pictures leak that was a huge story, I think at this point, 1.5 years ago, then you should be equally as outraged about this. No one should be filmed without their knowledge, and it shouldn't be posted all over the internet for everyone to see, especially when there's no newsworthiness to this. I don't know if you and I disagree on that. I don't think there's any newsworthiness to posting that sex tape.
Look, I don't care about the newsworthiness of it because I don't think it's relevant to this case. I think, yeah, I get that he was amused by it. I get that people would watch it. Mm-hmm. I get that it would drive a lot of views. And if people care about it, then almost by definition, it's news. And we're all obsessed with the soap opera of the celebrities' lives that we're all in the middle of now, right? Mm-hmm. Everything's a soap opera, and that's news to us. What did Kim Kardashian do? What did Hulk Hogan do? What did Donald Trump do? And then now that's become not just a soap opera, but it might get real because one of those soap opera actors might become president of the United States, right? So I think all of that is news of some sort. So we disagree on that, right? But that doesn't mean that you could violate his privacy because you view it as news. There is no exception for that. That's not a law, right? Yeah. So you're still invading his privacy, and it's still atrocious. None of you would like it if someone secretly taped you having sex and then leaked it on the internet. And you would have every right in the world to sue them, and Hogan does as well.